The Battle of North London is about to pop off. It's about to pop off. And this is a lot closer. Both teams bricked it up to begin with, but as of right now, both sides are pretty close in terms of quality. But who has the edge? Beast mode against the Yang. How do we ride?
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
So, guys, here we are, man. Arsenal against Tottenham, North London derby. I think that we are in for, I think, a very exciting game because if this match happened, let's say, near the beginning of the season, it would have been pretty brick. You saw how, remember, Arsenal, they were about to get relegated. Then a certain Frank Homeboy gave them life, and ever since that Frank Homeboy game, it was a team reborn. Tottenham started well, then they completely went off the map. Mourinho was insulted, he was abused, he was he wasn't called that. Okay, he was called a complete loser. But I think and the key thing to Tottenham's turnaround was Bill rediscovering his form. The key to Arsenal turning their game around is Arteta throwing in Smith Rowe, throwing in Saka, throwing in the young guys, which I think sort of kicked Willian and all those other guys up the backside for them to really improve themselves. Even Willian has even been able to say what's up now. But I think what has even given Arsenal a greater upstart was, I think, one of the best pieces of business, which is the acquisition of Odegaard. Odegaard has been money. Complete and total money. I think the guy has been a really, really, really good acquisition, and I'm liking what he's doing, and I'm liking his football. But for Tottenham, I believed it's too late now, but that if Tottenham got beast mode from the start of the season, we would have a title race. Because a firepower of Kane, Son, and beast mode, no Gareth, beast mode, they are much closer to Man City than what United are right now. The fact that United are even this close shows you that what the hell is going down there. So for Mourinho, I always say that, look, I never felt that Mourinho can win a trophy for Tottenham. I just couldn't see it happening. I think they will lose the Papa John's Cup to City, and who knows? Who knows what will happen come the Europa League? Because I think in the Europa League, who knows? I think they have a very good chance. So where this game is concerned, man, it's a tough one to call. It's a tough one to call because when Arsenal play well, they can do really well. Okay, so how I view it is I believe Arsenal's midfield is stronger and better. Tottenham's attacking options are better. Defensively, I tend to like perhaps Arsenal a bit more defensive. Defensively, they both have their issues, but I think I lean more towards Arsenal defense, and also I'll take Leno over Lloris any day of the week. How is Lloris France captain? So, from Arsenal's point of view, okay, how do they approach this game? I think they have to know that they don't want to get caught in a counter. They want to know is mark Kane very tight, take Kane out of the game, take him out of his elements, and don't allow him to come deep, receive the ball, and start threading balls through and giving the ball to guys. And obviously, just ensure that he doesn't get the ball in any dangerous areas. And I just think that if he's marked well, he's marked tight, I think you can quieten him in there. And I think for Son, don't give him space. Don't give Son space. I think, what Tottenham like to do is if they see a counter run, Son will pull out wide, giving it to Son. And I think once Son is in a 1v1 situation, he can easily cut in and then create a shot for himself. So Arsenal have to stop him from getting in that position, but if they do, ensure that he doesn't go in, so that's his strong pocket, and then pop off a shot. So I think for where Tottenham are concerned, they will want to make sure. I think the guy that Tottenham have to watch out for, Aubameyang is obvious, but I think it's Saka. I think Saka is the link between midfield and attack for Arsenal. I think because he gets the ball from midfield, He combines well with Aubameyang, but also as well, he walks into tight spaces. He walks into the jungle. He walks into the freaking den. He walks into the freaking kennel, and is not afraid to go in direct and really try to create something in that kind of 18-yard area in the central position. So I think Tottenham have to be wary of the runs that he makes, and have to be wary that he doesn't carry the ball into dangerous areas where Tottenham are concerned. So there are many ways that Arsenal can hurt Tottenham. There are many ways that Tottenham can also Arsenal. But he says to myself that Tottenham's firepower, I just think, is the issue. And I think that is what leans me slightly towards Tottenham. It doesn't mean that they will win and so forth, but it's like, for instance, when I was watching the Europa League game against Dynamo Zagreb, I'm like, wow, these guys are bringing on Lucas Moura. They're bringing on Bale as well, with Son and Kane already on the pitch. Arsenal don't have that. I mean, bringing on Willian or Pepe isn't the same as bringing on a Lucas Moura and a Bale. So Tottenham's options are more varied. So he says to that, I mean, for Arsenal, I just think that, they play their football. They're smart when they have the ball. They are brave when they get into the final third. They're nice and creative and imaginative. And I think that the key thing is this, because I say that Arsenal's midfield is better. So I think if Odegaard and Saka can combine and play a major role in this, I think that will swing it towards Arsenal's way. So I think the key for Arsenal are how effective Odegaard and Saka can be, and also just the defensive work from David Luiz and so forth. With Tottenham are concerned, I think the key thing for them is Harry Kane and how he's utilized. I think if Harry Kane is involved, they give him the ball into space. He's allowed to attack this space. He's allowed to spread the ball wide. He's allowed to bring the ball into this. And he's allowed to bring in Son, bring in Moura, Bergwijn, bring in Bale into the game and so forth. I think that is what's going to be dangerous. I think Mourinho will say, bro, shoot on sight. If you see a sniff, test his jaw. So I told you, Chelsea Leeds I thought was going to be a popping off game. Game turned out to be complete, horrible trash. I strongly doubt that we're going to have a boring game here because how well both teams have been playing, because of their approach, and specifically, it's also a North London derby as well. I think even if without fans, there is still knowledge that this is still a derby game. So, with that being said, 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. Why not? 2-2. I see this being 2-2. 2-2. 2-all draw. Again, let's hope I'm not wrong because I just hope that we get a good game because, that game local last time was brickish. Chelsea and Leeds. So yeah, I say 2-2. 2-all. I think both points are shared. But again, if you're Tottenham, you need that win specifically with Chelsea dropping points, Everton dropping points. I think a win for Tottenham puts them in a very, very good position. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.